Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to Kottabos Space Program, where today we are having a look at the Reliant Robin mod, which is being made by user Oxbow Lake. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is that oh so strange and awkward of three-wheeled vehicles, the Reliant Robin, and frankly that just amuses me, and that's why we're here today. So let's jump into the spaceplane hangar and have a look at the one and only part that does make up this mod, and that is the command pod, the Reliant Robin. And so let's pop this thing into being here, and oop, nope, right way up, there we are. And as you can see, it is a fairly faithful reproduction modeling-wise of the Reliant Robin. Now, I'll admit the modeling on it seems a bit more angular than I've seen in real life, but overall I think it's pretty darn good, and the texturing I'd say is fairly spot on for it. And as for the stats on this thing, it is a command pod after all, and it is an unmanned command pod with a built-in generator producing 1.5 electric charge per second. It does have two lights which can be turned on independently of one another, a built-in reaction wheel, SAS, and a 50 electric charge. And that is the Reliant Robin. Now, as for the design on this thing, it's meant to be used with other stock parts. Say, for instance, you want some Kerbals in here. Again, this is an unmanned command pod. So if you would like to pop some Kerbals into the driver's seat, it does fit the EAS-1 external command seats right on in there perfectly, so you don't have to worry much. And in fact, if you do the symmetry mode, there you are, you got two seats, a passenger and driver seat ready to go, and it is also designed to work with the built-in Rovmax Model M1 tires. Now you do have to finagle a bit to get them in there. I find if you put it here and then use the move tools, it's the easiest, but yes, they do fit nicely into the wheel well here, and then you just kind of have to center one of them on the interior of this thing, preferably not with symmetry mode. But yes, that is the Reliant Robin. Not a whole lot to go over here, because, I mean, it's a Reliant Robin, but still, I don't know, just something about a three-wheeled car that handles awkwardly seems very Kerbal to me, especially for Jebediah. And so let's go take a look at this thing out in the world and how it does handle, which is awkwardly. So let's go over to a Reliant Robin. I popped on the runway earlier with Jebediah and I believe Bob sitting in the seats in the car, and there you go. They're nicely in there in the front seat and hopefully about to enjoy their ride. Now, as I said, the lights on this thing are actually independent. You can turn on either the left or the right. Now, the awkward thing with them is you don't see them being on here. It doesn't light up, but as you can see, kind of on the ground there, it is visible. Let's actually pop out one of these guys real quick to make it a bit easier to tell. So let's leave the seat. Oh god, the humanity, he's in the car. Oh, it's everywhere. That's horrible. Yeah, that's the first time I've actually tried to get them out of the car, so hey, it knocked both of them out. Okay, that actually makes a surprising amount of sense, but should be good. It is an unmanned command pod after all, and it's a Reliant Robin, so easy to flip. And so we have each Kerbal actually pretty well lined up for a light, and if we turn off that one, you can see it turns off the left light, and if we watch, I think that was Bob there, we can turn off the right light, turn that back on. A little bit easier with those Kerbals there visualizing it. So there we go, and they really don't use much power, so it's the built-in generator seems to be more than enough for those lights. Let's get these guys back inside. Oh, that was interesting. That was the first time I tried to get them out of the car, and that didn't go as well as I'd hoped. So let's switch over. Oh no, I have Bill. For some reason I thought I had Bob. But there we go, get him over to the side and into his seat. Lovely, we now have them both once again in the car. Let's turn off the brake and we can drive. Now, my suggestion when playing around with this, definitely turn off the steering on the back wheels, or else it's even more uncontrollable than it already is. Oh, and the steering rotated itself on me. There we go. Perfect. And as you can see, you turn too sharp. Oh, you're gonna roll. Just like a real Reliant Robin. And I think that's very fitting. Easiest way to control is to just go forward a bit, and then when you slow down, that's when you make your turns and make them in just tiny, tiny little taps, and even still, you're probably going to tilt. But again, it's a Reliant Robin. That makes complete and total sense for what this thing is. And I like it. And of course, the Kerb 001 license plate. Very fun indeed. But yeah, that's really all there is to talk about with this thing. It's a Reliant Robin. It's a 3-wheeled vehicle. And it pretty much handles like one would in real life if you try to take a sharp turn. Though with Kerbal physics, yeah, it kinda can bounce back pretty easily. So yeah, if you'd like to check out this mod for yourself, which I would definitely recommend you go and do, especially if you've watched as much Top Gear as I have and seen all the amusing things they've done with them, then, you know, you can check out the link in the description to give this a download as per usual. But that's gonna be it for today, folks. I hope you all have enjoyed, and of course that you do come back for the next episode, when hopefully we'll be looking at yet another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one. Now, I'm gonna go and watch the episode of Top Gear where they try and launch one of these on a shuttle, or as a shuttle, rather. That's a good one. Later, folks.